All right, let's talk about building wealth. It can feel like this big, complicated secret that's only for a lucky few. But what if it's not a secret at all? What if it's just a journey with a really clear step-by-step map that honestly anyone can follow? In today's explainer, we're going to lay out that exact map for you. So let's start the climb. So this is the big question, right? It's so easy to look at your paycheck, your bills, your situation and think, me? Build a fortune? There's no way. And that feeling? Totally normal. But the source material we're digging into today argues that your starting point has almost nothing to do with where you can end up. And here's the core idea, right from the get-go. This whole process starts with a genuine desire. We're not talking about a passing thought, like, oh, it'd be nice to have more money. No, this is about a real commitment, a decision to follow a proven system. This is the foundation for everything else. So here it is, our roadmap for this financial ascent. We're going to start with the foundation, the one rule you can't break. Then we'll create a blueprint for spending, fire up the engine of growth, put up some guardrails to protect it, and then finally, we're going to hit the accelerator. Let's jump into step one. Okay, this first stage, it's the bedrock. Seriously, everything else we talk about today is pretty much impossible without mastering this one simple but incredibly powerful principle. This is the magic number. 10%, at least. This is 10% of every single dollar you earn. Before you pay the rent, before you buy groceries, before anything else, this piece is for your future self. It's totally non-negotiable. Our source explains this with a pretty cool idea. Your expenses are kind of like a gas. They will always expand to fill whatever space you give them. If you have $100 in your account, you'll find a way to spend $100. It's just human nature. So by saving first, you're forcing your spending to fit into the 90% that's left over, not the other way around. Think about it with this simple analogy. Imagine a hen lays 10 eggs, but you only take 9 to the market each day. You're left with just 1 egg. Seems like nothing, right? But after a month, you've got a basket of 30. And after a year, 365. That tiny, consistent habit, it compounds into something really substantial. That's the power of just getting started. All right, so we've secured our savings. Step one, check. Now we can move on and look at that other 90%. This is where we create a blueprint to get control over our spending. We have to get really honest and draw a hard line between our necessary expenses and our personal desires. Necessities, they keep you alive and functioning. Desires, though, the source calls them weeds in a garden. If you're not careful, they will grow like crazy and choke out everything else, eating up your entire income no matter how much you make. I love this quote because it captures the whole point. Budgeting gets such a bad rap, right? People think it's about restriction, about punishment, but it's not. It's a tool for awareness. It's like turning on a bright light that shows you exactly where your hard-earned money is trickling away, so you can just plug the leaks. So this is the goal in one simple picture. You make a plan for all your needs and, yeah, even some of your wants to fit inside that 90% slice. That way, the 10% for your savings stays protected, untouched, and ready for what comes next. Okay, this is where it gets really, really exciting. That protected pile of cash we've been building, it's not meant to just sit there collecting dust. It's time to put it to work. We're about to turn our savings into an active, income-generating army. This quote right here, it's a total mindset shift. Every dollar you've saved is no longer just a dollar. Think of each one as an employee, a little worker that you can send out into the world to earn more dollars for you 24/7. Let's make this real. Say you have $5,000. You could buy the latest smartphone, which will be old news in a year, or you could invest it. We're talking about putting it into things that have a potential to grow, like a mix of stocks or real estate. With pretty average returns, that $5,000 could double to $10,000 in maybe 4 years. Reinvest the profits, and suddenly it's $20,000, then $40,000. It's this incredible exponential power of making your money's children and grandchildren work for you too. Now, as your money starts to grow, so do the temptations. And this next step is absolutely critical. It's about building guardrails to protect the wealth engine that you have worked so hard to create. You are going to see offers like this. They'll come from friends, family, the internet. People will come to you with these surefire opportunities that promise massive returns like overnight. And they sound so good, especially when you're just starting out.
And this is the question you have to stop and ask every single time. The penalty for taking a huge, uninformed risk isn't just that you might not make a profit. The real risk is losing your entire principal, the very seed money you saved up so carefully in the first place.
So our source gives us some clear rules of the road. Your number one job is to protect your initial capital. Period. Stay away from those high-risk, speculative schemes, especially early on. And crucially, never ever put your money into a business or an investment you don't actually understand. That means doing your homework, not just taking a hot tip from a buddy. It's about letting wisdom, not just excitement, guide your choices.
Okay, we've built the foundation, we've controlled our spending, we've started the engine, and we've protected it. Now it's time for the final piece of the puzzle. Stepping on the gas by actively finding ways to bring more money in. This is how you really accelerate the whole journey.
And this isn't about some vague wish, it's a deliberate strategy. First, you set specific goals. Not just, I want more money, but I'm going to increase my income by 20% in the next 18 months. Then, go study the top performers in your line of work. What do they do differently? How do they talk? What skills do they have that you don't? Then, make a real choice to aim for excellence in your own work. Don't just be average, be indispensable. And finally, never stop learning. Find courses, read books, get a mentor, do whatever it takes to constantly sharpen your skills.
The logic here is actually really simple, but it's profound. When you commit to becoming one of the best at what you do, value just follows you. You become a problem solver, and that naturally leads to promotions, to raises, or even to better offers from other companies who see what you're worth. You stop waiting for more money to help into you, and you start creating the conditions for it to flow through you. And there it is, your complete toolkit. 5 clear, simple principles that all work together. Saving gives you the fuel, budgeting tells it where to go, investing lights the match, protection guards the flame, and increasing your earnings, that just pours gasoline on the fire.
And this really is the ultimate takeaway. The goal isn't just to hit some magic number in your bank account. Real financial freedom, true wealth, is creating a sustainable stream of income that flows to you whether you're working, sleeping, or on vacation. So you've got the 5 core principles now. The entire map is right here in front of you. The only question left is what's the very first small step you're going to take today to begin your own ascent.